In the corner where shadows play, she dances slow. Night into day, with silver feet and eyes so wise, like stars that watched 1,000 skies. She spins through smoke, through song and flame, but no one ever learns her name. They toast, they cheer, they hold their breath. She moves like love, she moves like death. The dancer who never aged, trading time for music's cage. She gave her years for one soft tune. Now she waltzes beneath the moon. They say a fae once watched her weep and offered her a dream to keep. No more tears, no aching bone, but she'd be the echo, never home. Her laughter rings through ancient halls. Her shadow dances on old walls. And when the fiddler strikes that note, you'll feel her magic in your throat. The dancer who never aged, grace untouched but spirit caged. She cannot love, she cannot cry. She only dances when hearts sigh. She once had dreams of family name, but gave them up for song and flame. Now every step is sweet regret, a waltz she never can forget. The dancer who never aged, spinning through each lifetime's page. A girl who dances to be free, while the music owns her memory. So if you hear her silver fall, know she once lived and lost it all. She climbed the tower tall and bare, with silver in her midnight hair. No one saw, no voices called, just wind and stars and silence stalled. She sang a song both sweet and wide, and all the heavens paused their tide. The moon leaned close to hear her plea and left its light for only she. She stole the moonlight with her song, a lullaby where dreams belong. But now when sorrow paints her eyes, the stars grow dim, the nightlight dies. They say she walks in velvet hush, with tear-stained cheeks and cheeks that blush. The light she holds is soft and true, but carries weight no one else knew. She sings no more on mount or plain, afraid the sky will weep again. And every sob she dares not show still pulls the constellations low. She stole the moonlight with her song, but all she gained feels somehow wrong. For when she weeps, the night turns blind and leaves the stars to drift behind. She never asked to hold such power, just sang her heart in that still hour. But now the sky is tied to her, and every sigh becomes a stir. She stole the moonlight pure and raw, a voice that even gods once saw. But now her tears command the skies, and stars fall silent when she cries. So if you see the moon grow pale, she's weeping in some shadowed vale. stars. They dream of skies without the smoke, of lullabies they never spoke. She feeds the fireflowers to dreams and warms the wildest of extremes. Their hearts beat slow beneath her care, a fire soothed by flowers rare. No crown, no sword, no forged command, just blossoms cupped in tender hands. The fiercest souls forget to fight when held in blossoms born of light. She feeds the fireflowers to sleep, and in that hush the mountains weep. For what is love if not the art of calming fire with the heart? So let her walk where no one dares, the girl whose peace the dragon When the bell tolls low at the edge of day, she walks the path where shadows sway. A step between each final sound, her bare feet never touch the ground. No one sees the door she finds, no lock she turns, no thread she winds. But in the pause between the chimes, she rewrites fate or steals more time. She walks between the ringing bells, where silence weeps and sorrow dwells, to save, to warn or softly guide a girl who stands where echoes hide. She's danced through wars and quiet deaths, heard final words and whispered breaths. With every toll, the thread she holds, some she mends and some she folds. No one knows the name she bore, it was lost behind the 13th door. But still she hums her bell-born song for those whose time won't last too long. White silk swept the marble floor. 100 candles, open door. The crown was near, the vows were planned, but fate had slipped between her hands. He dropped the sword when silence broke. The hall held breath, the heavens spoke. She took the blade, not out of rage, but knowing peace would need a stage. Blood on her wedding veil, a bride who would not pale. She rose when kings had failed, and love became the tale. Not dressed in fear or gold, but in courage fierce and bold. The night was torn and frail, with blood on her wedding veil. They called her queen before the dawn, though every rule she stood upon. She didn't seek the throne or war, but silence couldn't hold her anymore. One cut was all the truth revealed. A kingdom shattered, fates repealed. She held the sword, she held the shame, and never once forgot her name. Blood on her wedding veil, she carved her own fair tale. The bells became a wail, the truth too sharp to fail. No prince would stand beside, but none would dare deride. She'd face the storm and gale, with blood on her wedding veil. What kind of love survives a crown? The kind that burns a kingdom down. She lit the match with one last vow. I'll save us if not then. Now, blood on her wedding veil, a storm sits where twilight finds no end, a thread in hand for every friend, with fingers pale and voice so low, she weaves the name she cannot show. Each strand she spins from memory's ache, a golden line, a silver break. She sings for those the world forgot, their stories caught in every knot. She weaves her grief into the sky. With every note the stars reply, a lullaby of love and pain, a thread of tears in moonlit rain. The loom creaks soft with sorrow's weight, for every life and every fate. A sister lost, a name undone. She weaves until her work is won. The cloth will stretch from hill to sea, a tapestry of elegy, and when it's hung in heaven's dome, the fallen girls will all come home. She weaves her grief into the sky, where even stars begin to cry, their laughter sown in mournful thread, a song for all the soft and dead. They say the day she ties the last, the world will breathe out all its past. The sky will wear her woven love, and every soul will rise above. She weaves her grief, she sings alone, each stitch a life, each line a tone, a skyborn knot of cloud or flame. But every girl they failed to name. And when you dream beneath the stars, you wear her grief exactly as you are. She walked where no path dared to stay, where roots would shift and moss would sway. With every step the forest sighed, and leaves turned red where she would glide. Her hair was fire brushed with gold, a tale the trees still softly told. The foxes bowed, the wolves drew near, for every beast she held no fear. Her hair was made of autumn flame, the woods would whisper out her name. The wind would hush, the river pause, as if the earth knew who she was. She spoke in rustle, scent, and rain, a language born of branch and grain. They say the pines grew slow for her, that birch would bloom if she would stir. No hunter dared to raise a bow, no iron touched her amber glow. The forest wrapped her in its grace and crowned her heart with root and lace. Her hair was made of autumn flame, a breath of dusk, a whispered name. She danced where silence met the trees and left a trail of crimson leaves. Once a child, once a girl, but seasons spun and made her world. Now time forgets and still she stays. Her song the forest keeps in praise. Her hair was made of autumn flame, the wild adored her untamed name. She lives in every turning leaf, a gentle queen in green and grief. Where she walks the colors sigh, and autumn follows close behind. sky of gray, her lashes wet with every tear she let fall free. The wind would echo memory. Each drop she gave a whispered name, a love once lost, a fleeting flame. And when the sky forgot to cry, she closed her eyes and let one fly. The girl who named the rain, each sorrow soft, each joy a stain. The storm obeys her gentle pain. She cries and thunder speaks again. She sang of those the world forgot, of lullabies and apricots, of hands she held then had to leave, of poems carved beneath these. No drop would fall without her thought, no flood would rise unless she fought. And when the clouds would hesitate, she'd hum a name and seal their fate. The girl who named the rain, each heartbeat carved in weathered strain. The petals bloom then break again, because she sings through silver pain. She once was just a child who knew that rain was where the sky breaks through. Now every soul she can't forget becomes a storm the stars regret. The girl who named the rain still walks the hills, still speaks the names. And when she weeps, the sky explains why sorrow sometimes keeps us sane. The rain won't fall for just a face, but for the name she still can trace. the corner where shadows play, she dances slow. Night into day, with silver feet and eyes so wise, like stars that watched 1,000 skies. She spins through smoke, through song and flame, but no one ever learns her name. They toast, they cheer, they hold their breath. She moves like love, she moves like death. The dancer who never aged, trading time for music's cage. She gave her years for one soft tune. Now she waltzes beneath the moon. They say a fae once watched her weep and offered her a dream to keep. No more tears, no aching bone, but she'd be the echo, never home. Her laughter rings through ancient halls. Her shadow dances on old walls. And when the fiddler strikes that note, you'll feel her magic in your throat. The dancer who never aged, grace untouched but spirit caged. She cannot love, she cannot cry. She only dances when hearts sigh. She once had dreams of family name, but gave them up for song and flame. Now every step is sweet regret, a waltz she never can forget. The dancer who never aged, spinning through each lifetime's page, a girl who dances to be free, while the music owns her memory. So if you hear her silver fall, know she once lived and lost it all. She climbed the tower tall and bare, with silver in her midnight hair. No one saw, no voices called, just wind and stars and silent stalled. She sang a song both sweet and wide, and all the heavens paused their tide. moon leaned close to hear her plea and left its light for only she. She stole the moonlight with her song, a lullaby where dreams belong. But now when sorrow paints her eyes, the stars grow dim, the night light dies. They say she walks in velvet hush, with tear-stained cheeks and cheeks that blush. The light she holds is soft and true, but carries weight no one else knew. She sings no more on mount or plain, afraid the sky will weep again. And every sob she dares not show still pulls the constellations low. She stole the moonlight with her song, but all she gained feels somehow wrong. For when she weeps, the night turns blind and leaves the stars to drift behind. She never asked to hold such power, just sang her heart in that still hour. But now the sky is tied to her, and every sigh becomes a stir. She stole the moonlight pure and raw, a voice that even gods once saw. But now her tears command the skies, and stars fall silent when she cries. So if you see the moon grow pale, she's weeping in some shadowed vale. Her scent remains when dawn has passed, a trace of calm that always lasts. The dragons stir but do not rise. They sleep with moonlight in their eyes. The flowers bloom upon their scales, soft petals like enchanted veils. They dream of skies without the smoke, of lullabies they never spoke. She feeds the fireflowers to dreams and warms the wildest of extremes. Their hearts beat slow beneath her care, a fire soothed by flowers rare. No crown, no sword, no forged command, just blossoms cupped in tender hands. The fiercest souls forget to fight when held in blossoms born of light. She feeds the fireflowers to sleep, and in that hush the mountains weep. For what is love if not the art of calming fire with the heart? So let her walk where no one dares, the girl whose peace the dragon When the bell tolls low at the edge of day, she walks the path where shadows sway. A step between each final sound, her bare feet never touch the ground. No one sees the door she finds, no lock she turns, no thread she winds. But in the pause between the chimes, she rewrites fate or steals more time. She walks between the ringing bells, where silence weeps and sorrow dwells, to save, to warn or softly guide a girl who stands where echoes hide. She's danced through wars and quiet deaths, heard final words and whispered breaths. With every toll, the thread she holds, some she mends and some she folds. No one knows the name she bore, it was lost just behind the 13th door, but still she hums her bell-born song for those whose time won't last too long. She walks between the ringing bells where ghosts have tales they cannot tell. She speaks in a hush and drifting light and leaves behind one rose of white. They say she once was mortal to a child whose time came far too soon. Now every soul that fears the end might hear her voice or feel her hand. She walks between the ringing bells where fate forgets and stillness dwells. One foot in dusk, one heart in dawn. She walks and carries you along. When next you hear the toll, take care. She might be near. She might be there. White silk swept the marble floor. 100 candles, open door. The crown was near, the vows were planned, but fate had slipped between her hands. He dropped the sword when silence broke. The hall held breath, the heavens spoke. She took the blade, not out of rage, but knowing peace would need a stage. Blood on her wedding veil, a bride who would not pale. She rose when kings had failed, and love became the tale. Not dressed in fear or gold, but in courage fierce and bold. The night was torn and frail, with blood on her wedding veil. They called her queen before the dawn, though every rule she stood upon. She didn't seek the throne or war, but silence couldn't hold her anymore. One cut was all the truth revealed. A kingdom shattered, of love survives a crown, the kind that burns a kingdom down. She lit the match with one last vow. I'll save us if not then. Blood on her wedding veil, a story fierce and frail. She left no trail to trail, just fire behind the veil. And in the song they sing tonight, the bride became the fight. A rose, a sword, a tale of blood on her wedding veil. She sits where twilight finds no end, a thread in hand for every friend, with fingers pale and voice so low. She weaves the name she cannot show. Each strand she spins from memory's ache, a golden line, a silver break. She sings for those the world forgot, their stories caught in every knot. She weaves her grief into the sky. With every note the stars reply, a lullaby of love and pain, a thread of tears in moonlit rain. The loom creaks soft with sorrow's weight, for every life and every fate. A sister lost, a exactly as you are. She walked where no path dared to stay, where roots would shift and moss would sway. With every step the forest sighed, and leaves turned red where she would glide. Her hair was fire brushed with gold, a tale the trees still softly told. The foxes bowed, the wolves drew near, for every beast she held no fear. Her hair was made of autumn flame, the woods would whisper out her name. The wind would hush, the river pause, as if the earth knew who she was. She spoke in rustle, scent, and rain, a language born of branch and grain. They say the pines grew slow for her, that birch would bloom if she would stir. No hunter dared to raise a bow, no iron touched her amber glow. The forest wrapped her in its grace and crowned her heart with root and lace. Her hair was made of autumn flame, a breath of dusk, a whispered name. She danced where silence met the trees and left a trail of crimson leaves. Once a child, once a girl, but seasons spun and made her world. Now time forgets and still she stays, a song the forest keeps in praise. Her hair was made of autumn flame, the wild adored her untamed name. She lives in every turning leaf, a gentle queen in green and grief. Where she walks, the colors sigh, and autumn follows close behind. a sky of gray, her lashes wet with every tear she let fall free. The wind would echo memory. Each drop she gave a whispered name, a love once lost, a fleeting flame. And when the sky forgot to cry, she closed her eyes and let one fly. The girl who named the rain, each sorrow soft, each joy a stain. The storm obeys her gentle pain. She cries and thunder speaks again. She sang of those the world forgot, of lullabies and apricots, of hands she held then had to leave, of poems carved beneath these. No drop would fall without her thought, no flood would rise unless she fought. And when the clouds would hesitate, she'd hum a name and seal their fate. The girl who named the rain, each heartbeat carved in weathered strain. The petals bloom then break again, because she sings through silver pain. She once was just a child who knew that rain was where the sky breaks through. Now every soul she can't forget becomes a storm corner where shadows play, she dances slow. Night into day, with silver feet and eyes so wise, like stars that watched 1,000 skies. She spins through smoke, through song and flame, but no one ever learns her name. They toast, they cheer, they hold their breath. She moves like love, she moves like death. The dancer who never aged, trading time for music's cage. She gave her years for one soft tune. Now she waltzes beneath the moon. They say a fae once watched her weep and offered her a dream to keep. No more tears, no aching bone, but she'd be the echo, never home. Her laughter rings through ancient halls. Her shadow dances on old walls. And when the fiddler strikes that note, you'll feel her magic in your throat. The dancer who never aged, grace untouched but spirit caged. She cannot love, she cannot cry. She only dances when hearts sigh. She once had dreams of family name, but gave them up for song and flame. Now every step is sweet regret, a waltz she never can forget. The dancer who never aged, spinning through each lifetime's page. A girl who dances to be free, while the music owns her memory. So if you hear her silver fall, know she once lived and lost it all. She climbed the tower tall and bare, with silver in her midnight hair. No one saw, no voices called, just wind and stars and silence stalled. She sang a song both sweet and wide, and all the heavens paused their tide. The moon leaned close to hear her plea and left its light for only she. She stole the moonlight with her song, a lullaby where dreams belong. But now when sorrow paints her eyes, the stars grow dim, the night light dies. They say she walks in velvet hush, with tear-stained cheeks and cheeks that blush. The light she holds is soft and true, but carries weight no one else knew. She sings no more on mount or plain, afraid the sky will weep again. And every sob she dares not show still pulls the constellations low. She stole the moonlight with her song, but all she gained feels somehow wrong. For when she weeps, the night turns blind and leaves the stars to drift behind. She never asked to hold such power, just sang her heart in that still hour. But now the sky is tied to her, and every sigh becomes a stir. She stole the moonlight pure and raw, a voice that even gods once saw. But now her tears command the skies, and stars fall silent when she cries. So if you see the moon grow pale, she's weeping in some shadowed vale. She walks where no one dares to go, Her scent remains when dawn has passed, a trace of calm that always lasts. The dragons stir but do not rise. They sleep with moonlight in their eyes. The flowers bloom upon their scales, soft petals like enchanted veils. They dream of skies without the smoke, of lullabies they never spoke. She feeds the fireflowers to dreams and warms the wildest of extremes. Their hearts beat slow beneath her care, a fire soothed by flowers rare. No crown, no sword, no forged command, just blossoms cupped in tender hands. The fiercest souls forget to fight when held in blossoms born of light. She feeds the fireflowers to sleep, and in that hush the mountains weep. For what is love if not the art of calming fire with a heart? So let her walk where no one dares, the girl whose peace the dragon When the bell tolls low at the edge of day, she walks the path where shadows sway. A step between each final sound, her bare feet never touch the ground. No one sees the door she finds, no lock she turns, no thread she winds. But in the pause between the chimes, she rewrites fate or steals more time. She walks between the ringing bells, where silence weeps and sorrow dwells, to save, to warn or softly guide a girl who stands where echoes hide. She's danced through wars and quiet deaths, heard final words and whispered breaths. With every toll, the thread she holds, some she mends and some she folds. No one knows the name she bore, it was lost behind swept the marble floor. 100 candles, open door. The crown was near, the vows were planned, but fate had slipped between her hands. He dropped the sword when silence broke. The hall held breath, the heavens spoke. She took the blade, not out of rage, but knowing peace would need a stage. Blood on her wedding veil, a bride who would not pale. She rose when kings had failed, and love became the tale. Not dressed in fear or gold, but in courage fierce and bold. The night was torn and frail, with blood on her wedding veil. They called her queen before the dawn, though every rule she stood upon. She didn't seek the throne or war, but silence couldn't hold her anymore. One cut was all the truth revealed. A kingdom shattered, fates repealed. She held the sword, she held the shame, and never once forgot her name. Blood on her wedding veil, she carved her own fair tale. The bells became a wail, the truth too sharp to fail. No prince would stand beside, but none would dare deride. She faced the storm and gale, with blood on her wedding veil. What kind of love survives a crown? The kind that burns a kingdom down. She lit the match with one last vow. I'll save us if not then. Now, blood on her wedding veil, a story fierce and frail. sits where twilight finds no end, a thread in hand for every friend, with fingers pale and voice so low, she weaves the name she cannot show. Each strand she spins from memory's ache, a golden line, a silver break. She sings for those the world forgot, their stories caught in every knot. She weaves her grief into the sky. With every note the stars reply, a lullaby of love and pain, a thread of tears in moonlit rain. The loom creaks soft with sorrow's weight, for every life and every fate. A sister lost, a name undone. She weaves until her work is won. The cloth will stretch from hill to sea, a tapestry of elegy, and when it's hung in heaven's dome, the fallen girls will all come home. She weaves her grief into the sky, where even stars begin to cry, their laughter sown in mournful thread, a song for all the soft and dead. They say the day she ties the last, the world will breathe out all its past. The sky will wear her woven love, and every soul will rise above. She weaves her grief, she sings alone, each stitch a life, each line a tone, a skyborn knot of cloud or flame. But every girl they fail to name. And when you dream beneath the stars, you wear her grief exactly as you are. She walked where no path dared to stay, where roots would shift and moss would sway. With every step the forest sighed, and leaves turned red where she would glide. Her hair was fire brushed with gold, a tale the trees still softly told. The foxes bowed, the wolves drew near. For every beast she held no fear. Her hair was made of autumn flame. The woods would whisper out her name. The wind would hush, the river pause, as if the earth knew who she was. She spoke in rustle, scent, and rain, a language born of branch and grain. They say the pines grew slow for her, that birch would bloom if she would stir. No hunter dared to raise a bow, no iron touched her amber glow. The forest wrapped her in its grace and crowned her heart with root and lace. Her hair was made of autumn flame, a breath of dusk, a whispered name. She danced where silence met the trees and left a trail of crimson leaves. Once a child, once a girl, but seasons spun and made her world. Now time forgets and still she stays. A song the forest keeps in praise. Her hair was made of autumn flame. The wild adored her untamed name. She lives in every turning leaf, a gentle queen in green and grief. Where she walks, the colors sigh, and autumn follows close behind. heartbeat carved in weathered strain. The petals bloom then break again because she sings through silver pain. She once was just a child who knew that rain was where the sky breaks through. Now every soul she can't forget becomes a storm the stars regret. The girl who named the rain still walks the hills, still speaks the names, and when she weeps, the sky explains why sorrow sometimes keeps us sane. The rain won't fall for just a face, but for